Love Island USA Season 7 Episode 26 delivered one of the most explosive nights in the villa, yet as the Islanders were forced to stand on business and confront each other with brutal honesty. The episode began with a quick recap of previous tensions, particularly the challenge fallout that had left friendships shattered and couples questioning their connections. The narrator reminded viewers that Nick and Cierra had become the first official closed couple in the villa, marking a significant milestone in their relationship journey. The episode opened with a heartwarming scene between Nick and Cierra, who were still basking in the glow of becoming the villa's first closed couple. Cierra couldn't contain her excitement, telling the girls, "I feel like I'm in just a little bubble of happiness." The couple had enjoyed a perfect date day that included working out, riding bikes, having a picnic on a hill during sunset, and sharing champagne. Their adorable conversation showed just how in sync they were, with both of them listing all the things that made their day special, counting them off one by one. Their genuine joy was palpable, with Cierra saying she'd been giving these sighs of relief all day, because she couldn't believe how happy Nick made her. Meanwhile, other connections in the villa were starting to form or deepen. Brian pulled private investigator Jaden for a chat, much to Austin's apparent concern. During their conversation, Brian made his interests clear, telling Jaden, "When you came in, you turned my head for sure." Jaden, who had been coupled up with Austin, admitted that the conversation with Brian definitely did open my eyes. Brian's straightforward approach seemed to work in his favor as he told Jaden, "I don't waste my time with shit I don't want, and I make time for the shit I do want." Tensions between Huda and Chelley remained high following their earlier falling out. In an attempt to mend bridges, Nick pulled Huda aside for a chat about the situation. Huda acknowledged that she had crossed the line during the challenge with Ace, Chelley's partner, and took full accountability for her actions, saying, "I won't do that again. And all I can do is learn from it." Nick appreciated her self-awareness, and the conversation showed Huda's growth from previous episodes. One of the more emotionally charged moments early in the episode came when Amaya and Zach had a serious conversation about their relationship. Amaya expressed feeling neglected, noting that Zach had spent the previous day prioritizing time with the guys instead of her. "Even though I'm coupled up with you, I'm still single as fuck in here," she told him candidly. Zach defended himself, saying he needed space and didn't want to get emotional while I bring my boys down. The conversation revealed Zach's inner conflict, as he admitted in a confessional that he still had unresolved feelings for Olandria from Casa Amor. The discussion ended with Amaya in tears, setting the stage for further drama later in the episode. Grisin opened up to Iris about her concerns regarding her connection with Pepe. She felt a pull back from him, which Pepe later confirmed in his own confessional. "I haven't been feeling that spark with Grisin," he admitted. "It's not a her thing. It's definitely not a her thing. She's an amazing girl. It's a me thing." Pepe revealed that he was still thinking about Hannah, who had been dumped from the island, and felt guilty that he might be stringing Grisin along. The main event of the episode was the Stand on Business challenge, which began when the Islanders received a text saying, "Islanders, it's time to stand on business." The challenge involved Islanders writing messages to each other on postcards that were either anonymous or signed. The recipients would then read them aloud and respond. As TJ put it, "If it ain't direct, I don't want it," while Jaden declared, "I got a lot of shit to fucking say." The anticipation built as the Islanders wrote their postcards, with many expressing anxiety about what might be said about them. Andreina captured the mood by saying, "It's about to be a bloodbath out here on Love Island. Cover your eyes. 'Cause shit's about to get real messy." Austin was the first to face the music, reading an anonymous card that questioned how he'd made it so far in the villa without giving any girl effort. Austin defended himself, saying he'd given his all to get to know everyone he'd been coupled with. Andreina then revealed she had written the card, explaining she felt Austin hadn't fought hard enough for Chelley during the love triangle with Ace. Austin took the criticism gracefully, simply saying, "I respect that you came forward." Cierra was next, facing a humorous card about her and Nick not being quiet in the bedroom. She playfully defended herself, saying, "I try my hardest to be respectful, okay?" Before adding, "We were celebrating yesterday. Fuck y'all." Her second card was more serious, with Pepe questioning why the girls had chosen to send Hannah home. Cierra provided a thoughtful explanation about giving other Islanders fair chances, noting that Hannah had already had the opportunity to explore strong connections. Amaya's turn brought one of the most emotional moments of the night. After a light-hearted card about her snoring, she received an anonymous message criticizing her for crying too much and trying to move too fast in relationships. As tears welled up in her eyes, she defended herself powerfully. Many people could view this as a weakness, but to me personally, after everything I've been through in my life, I view it as a strength. When Zach revealed he had written the card, the situation escalated quickly. Zach attempted to explain his perspective, but Amaya cut him off, saying, "I don't care to hear what you have to say anymore." She later told the girls through tears, "That's just not how I do things," referring to Zach's decision to criticize her in front of everyone rather than in private. This confrontation effectively ended whatever connection they had been building. Pepe's segment focused on his feelings for Hannah and how that affected his current coupling with Grayson. When questioned about whether he was playing it safe until he could leave the villa, Pepe admitted that Hannah's departure had been difficult for him. Grayson challenged him directly, saying, "If all of this is still relevant and you still feel this way about her, you need to start thinking about giving me the opportunity to really try to dive in and get to know other people." Their conversation highlighted the challenges of forming new connections when previous ones are unresolved. The temperature in the villa rose significantly during Ace's turn. Austin had written a card accusing Ace of having a posse that never disagreed with him, particularly regarding the situation with Jeremiah. This sparked an intense argument between Ace and Austin, with Ace defending his outspokenness. "Just because I have the balls to say that shit doesn't mean, oh, Ace is a hater." The confrontation expanded to include Amaya, leading to raised voices and accusations flying. Ace proclaimed, "If I stand for something, I'm going to say it up front. I don't give a fuck who likes it or not." Chelley's segment brought long simmering tensions with both Ace and Huda to the surface. Ace questioned why she wanted to set boundaries for challenges, while still exploring connections with others. Their back and forth revealed miscommunication about expectations in their relationship. Huda then brought up past disagreements, accusing Chelley of hypocrisy for telling her to relax about challenges, but then getting upset during one herself. Chelley ultimately apologized, saying, "A fucking challenge. It doesn't compare to my friendship with you. All I can ask is for forgiveness." Perhaps the most dramatic moment came during Huda's turn. She received multiple critical cards, including one from Nick saying Hannah had been robbed of her Love Island experience, while Huda should have been dumped. The situation escalated when the topic of Chris came up, with Chelley and Olandria confronting Huda about kissing Chris in the speakeasy, while claiming to support Chelley's connection with him. Huda exploded with anger at Olandria for revealing her private conversation. "That's not your place," she shouted before storming off. The blow-up revealed the complex dynamics between the women and the unwritten rules of trust in the villa. Chris calmly defended his interest in Huda when questioned about his intentions, saying, "I actually do fuck with her a lot more than, and I've told everybody that in the villa." This led to Chelley finally accepting that their connection wasn't going to progress, telling him, "I'll back off from that and wish you the best with it." Olandria had a relatively calm segment where Clarke expressed his feelings about being referred to as just a test for Taylor's relationship. Olandria clarified her meaning and apologized if her words had been hurtful, demonstrating maturity in handling the feedback. The episode concluded with the most shocking moment of all, Taylor's segment. After receiving multiple cards questioning his indecision between Olandria and Clarke, Taylor faced an emotional confrontation from Olandria about his behavior. "I have been so motherfucking real with Taylor," Olandria said through tears, detailing how she had supported him throughout their time together while he had quickly moved on with Clarke. Taylor defended himself, saying, "It's my experience too. I'm not moving to keep you here. I'm moving to make a connection. Whoever I make a connection with." Then, in a dramatic finale to the challenge, when pressed to make up your damn mind, Taylor decisively declared, "I pick Clarke," leaving the Islanders and viewers stunned. The episode ended with the host announcing that voting was open for viewers to choose their favorite Islanders, with those receiving the fewest votes at risk of being dumped from the island. The results would be revealed in the next episode. This Stand on Business challenge effectively brought all the underlying tensions in the villa to the surface. It tested relationships, ended some connections, and potentially strengthened others. Amaya and Zach's relationship appeared to be over following his criticism and her emotional response. Chelley finally accepted Chris's interest in Huda, though the friendship between Chelley and Huda seemed irreparably damaged. And most dramatically, Taylor definitively chose Clarke over Olandria after weeks of indecision. The episode showcased how the pressure cooker environment of the villa can push Islanders to their emotional limits, particularly when forced to confront honest feedback from their peers. As viewers prepared to vote for their favorite Islanders, the villa dynamics had been completely reshuffled, setting the stage for new alliances, potential new couples, and inevitably more drama in the episodes to come.